It's Gorilla Time.
All right, what's going on, family? First and foremost, of course, we give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shemashach Yahushai. This is Brother Hasad. I'm joined by a few of my brothers from SICARRI camp.
Some esteemed colleagues, some not so esteemed.
Right, you know. But all praises. Whatchamacallit. It's the last day, December 31st of 2020. Remember the capsules? Did you ever
The time capsule.
Time capsules? Did y'all ever do any of them in school?
Yeah, in school.
Did you ever revisit them like 5 years?
No,
Okay,
no,
well,
I was
hopefully
too damn much.
we'll be out of this place by the time we're watching this video. You know what I'm saying? But last day of 2020. Tomorrow's gonna be 2021.
We got about 3.5 hours here in Atlanta.
That's 2021. That sounds like some Terminator, like in the year 20, John Connor. And
Yeah,
stuff.
exactly.
That don't even seem like
It don't even
year
seem real,
to be
yeah.
living in.
That's a
But
fact.
we're just gonna do a recap of this very, very eventful year. Probably I'm gonna say this is the most eventful year of my life.
I mean, I don't know who's the oldest person in the room.
Same.
That'd be me.
Yeah.
37.
Okay. Well, I mean, have you seen a year more eventful than this in your life?
Never. No. This is
Not
by
quite.
far one of the most ongoing eventful years that I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Every month is something.
Every
different.
month is something
different.
something new. So I mean, it's certainly been a hell of a year. Best year of my life. I keep saying that. You know, every year
praise
keeps
the
getting
Most
better
High.
and better.
Yeah.
Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. But definitely hands down best year. I know a lot of people complain about 2020, but I mean, you know, we doing a lot of work. The mattification of the word of the Most High is, you know, it's coming on new levels in the earth. So, you know, I think for us in the truth, you know, we kind of look at things differently than most of the people in the world. When most of the people in the world think it's bad, you know, they see us rooting for and, you know, hoping for, and us seeing them as good things because we understand that these are all signs of, you know, the end of this kingdom and, you know, the coming of the kingdom of, you know, who the world calls Christ and Mashiach Yahushua. So I think, you know, I think for those reasons, 2020 has been just an amazing year, an interesting year. For us, it started, even before the summit, it started with the Super Bowl. Was in Miami for the Super Bowl. A lot of good work. You went to you didn't go to the Super Bowl, right? No. That was when you was first like prospecting coming around. Remember? Yeah. I remember.
Sure was.
I remember.
Because I mean, you was at camp talking about you was gonna go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was your first time not going? Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, it was crazy, man. That they had that big concert over there. Is that when did we go to the strip club? No, we went to the strip club for the summit. For the summit.
Yeah.
So
Which was right after the Super Bowl.
but they had a huge, it was the next weekend, yeah. So but they had a huge concert out there. Cardi, it was Cardi and who else? It was two major headliners at that Super Bowl concert. Nah, Cardi was like the Latin side. It was somebody else too. I forget. If you look at our videos from Super Bowl, you can see it in the back. But it was crazy. The Miami Super Bowl. We did a lot of work out there in the spirit. And then of course the next week was the summit, the Miami Summit, which was, I mean, Priest Khan's always gonna try to outdo himself when he runs an event. So that was crazy.
That was eventful too.
It was eventful. We did the strip club camp at the Office Strip Club, which is, I mean, you know, it's probably the number 2 strip club in Miami. Taught the strippers. Taught somebody who was, I don't know how active he is now, but at the time he was an active NFL player. You know what I mean? And that was, you know, that was a big deal, and those videos got a lot of views. So that was a powerful summit, though. You know what I'm saying? Y'all went, all y'all went at least. Not you guys. You know, y'all wasn't in yet. But
IHOP.
these guys
4 in the
went.
morning. You know what I mean?
We didn't sleep.
I was there in spirit, though.
You was there in
I was
spirit.
there in spirit. I was
How long after the summit was the Passover? It was right around the same time.
Like a month and a half.
Okay.
Like a month and a half.
Okay.
Can't forget about the old national, though.
That's
Yeah, we
later.
gonna
That's
get there.
later.
We
That's
gonna
later.
get
That's
there. We
way
gonna
later.
get there. Yeah, we just in February. Right?
Yeah.
So yeah, like you said, then we had Pesach after that. What?
You actually had the NBA All-Star because you remember I stayed in Miami.
We went to Chicago. That's when my beard froze on my face.
Yeah. And I stayed in Miami the whole time.
And that's when we taught where Pop Smoke had his last performance. He died 2 days later.
Wow, you serious?
Yeah,
Wow.
He died 2 days later. So yeah, we had went to Chicago. It was so cold, man. We were at camp outside of it was the Friday, so it was like the celebrity game and stuff. That day, it was 9 degrees outside the United Center. It was 9 degrees. My beard literally froze. Anybody could go watch that live. It was Valentine's Day, so we would call it Valentine's Day Massacre, because you know that happened in Chicago, the Valentine's Day Massacre. So, but yeah, we were out there probably 54 minutes or something. I couldn't deal with it, and it was so crazy because the next day it was 34, and it felt amazing. Like it felt so good, like I damn near took my jacket off. You know what I'm saying? Because it wasn't 9 degrees no more, so it felt good as hell.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? It was very different because the time I went to Chicago before, which was the previous July, for the summit in Chicago. It was hot as hell in Chicago.
Yeah, it was hot.
It was a good time in Chicago. This Chicago I went to in the wintertime,
Don't go.
that was a different. I stay away from the whole Midwest, the whole Great Lakes during, from about November all the way to about March. I'm not even going there for nothing.
Yeah, it's not a good time.
It's too goddamn cold, bro. Feel me? I'm gonna be honest with you. That's like that. That was crazy. So then we taught in front of the concert. I think it was the Baby, Pop Smoke, somebody else.
Little baby.
Lil Baby, they was all there, whatever. And we taught. It was a good camp. We had a good dialogue with the Elamite Christians. I'm like, what? These two like East Indian nerd Christians. What are they doing at this rap concert? You know what I'm saying? But whatever, they was there. Yeah, it was cold. And 2 days later, that's when Pop Smoke died. Who was like the first rapper to die of the year? You know what I mean?
Well, before that, we're forgetting Kobe, bro. First month of the year.
That happened in January?
Yeah, January 26th.
Shit, I'll at least skip over Kobe.
January 26th. Yeah.
I knew you would remember.
No,
that
come
one.
on.
He
That
would
affected
remember.
him.
I was hurt. Me and
Picture
Cap
of the
were on the phone. Hurt. Brothers, we were consoling each other like, brother, it's gonna be all right. He's in a better place.
Man, bro. Talk about what you saw when you went to work that day.
Oh my goodness, man! Grown men crying. Grown men
Just
crying.
in the streets crying.
Just crying. People that white man at work said, I'm sorry for your loss.
That was a loss for all blacks.
They knew he was our
All blacks, you've lost today. We're sorry.
We even like that.
We'll cry when Bird dies.
Right.
Yeah, that's crazy. That was heavy. Everybody knows, or not everybody knows, but anybody who knows me knows I'm certainly one of the bigger Kobe haters of all time. But of course, brother died in a tragic plane crash with his daughter. That's not, there's not, what I mean? That's, at the end of the day, he was who he was, man. That's why I ain't like his ass, because he was who he was. Just great. He was great. You know what I'm saying? But the times I went to the games, he never torched the Clippers when I was a Clippers fan. So I'm happy. He never torched it. While I was there, he never
was a Clippers
torched it.
fan, so you were torn in between. I was always a Lakers fan.
I was always a Clippers fan.
That's great.
Well, I was a Clippers fan when I moved to California.
Okay.
Because I was a Sonics fan.
Right,
But then
right.
the Sonics moved,
Uh-huh.
and I had just moved to California.
Yeah.
So I was like, who am I? I said, I'm the Clippers, because they was young. Elton Brand,
Yeah, I was about to say Elton Brand.
Quentin Richardson, Corey Maggette. Who am I forgetting?
They didn't have Jamal.
Lamar Odom.
They didn't have Crawford.
Not yet. He came later. But you from Seattle. Lamar. I liked them young niggas. They were good, but they just didn't have it. But when you look retrospectively, I watched a documentary on Quibi before Quibi went black. And I was raving about that Quibi, which they need to put something out like it. It was a good concept, but they had a documentary about the Clippers and about Donald Sterling. So, and then also Kev Mack interviewed Keith Boss Claus that played for the Clippers. And basically Donald Sterling purposely didn't want the Clippers to be good. He wanted the Clippers to operate in the red so he can write the Clippers off, as a part of his losses every year. Like literally, Keith Boss Claus said that when they would start going off on a rally, he would come down from the owner's box and tell the coach to put niggas on the bench.
Yeah.
So he literally was invested in the team not being good until Lob City comes. But Elton still led us to the playoffs, you know what I mean, before
First round elimination.
You know what I'm saying?
First round elimination.
I mean, it happens, man. But you know, we're with the team. It's easy for you bitch ass niggas. You know what I mean? Who hop on, you know, Lakers bandwagon.
I didn't hop on the Lakers bandwagon.
You know, he's from Oregon. He's on the Lakers bandwagon.
I'm on the Lakers bandwagon
Because you're from Oregon, so you're supposed to like the Trailblazers.
That's not the first team I saw. I saw Kobe. I'm like, oh, I like him. I like his sport. His team.
He saw Kobe.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yes.
He's the easy choice.
Yeah,
The classic guy to you should be like Clyde Drexler or something like that.
You know, but he's
I don't like
he's
the
like fucking
Jailblazers.
he was
I don't like the Jailblazers.
Sebastian Telfair, Brandon Roy.
He was
Brandon
cool.
Roy.
He was cool, but I don't like
See
the
what I'm saying?
Jailblazers.
I'm always gonna look at you as a bandwagon. There's no way around it.
Champions.
You know,
Look at this as that, brother. Ain't that right? Champions 2017.
it's okay because you know my basketball team never got titles, but my football team, you know, I got to see my football team just do a real number on the Denver Broncos.
It took
and
a
that
lot.
felt good.
It took a lot. It took a
It
lot of moves.
It took a young black man. That's what it took.
All
It took
praises.
one young black
All
man
praises. All praises. Yeah.
who left the white woman for Sierra. All right,
All praise.
a powerful
Yeah.
brother.
That's right.
And we on the way back now. You see, we just clinched NFC West. didn't you?
Yeah, I saw that. I saw
Right,
that.
I'm talking. This ain't gonna come out for over a week. So
Yeah.
now I don't know where we're gonna be.
Yeah, it's okay. I saw
hell
that.
with the
I
sea
saw
chickens.
that. I saw that.
The Niners, they're mad. I understand.
I used to
why
like the
Niners.
Seahawks. I'll admit I jumped on the Niners bandwagon.
He jumped on the Niners
I
bandwagon.
said that. Yeah,
You
I
hear
did.
him?
I did.
He did.
I did. Not the
Why?
Lakers one.
Look at his teams. The Lakers, the Niners, and the Astros. These are in all different areas.
You're an NFL.
But I can hold on. NFL I don't care, but I can. You can't get mad at me for liking the baseball team.
I'm not mad at that, but I'm just saying is you're all over the place.
My dad is from L.A. Lakers. He played for the Astros.
Okay, but then you leave the Seahawks for the Niners.
Yeah.
Explain that.
Colin Kaepernick.
Book, chapter, and verse.
Colin Kaepernick.
Okay, so Colin Kaepernick.
Oh, and LaMichael James, running back, used to play for Oregon. He went there. So
So you say, you know, I'm going to leave
yeah, and
Russell Wilson for Colin Kaepernick?
well, because I
What a mistake.
Because
Yeah.
because I liked him. I liked the Seahawks when they had Sean Alexander, but Matt
I did
Hasselbeck.
too. Matt Hasselbeck ruined us.
Yeah, so I left. Okay.
You know how mad I was
I left.
when we lost to the Steelers?
Can you?
You understand? I wanted to fight niggas, bro.
I cried.
Santonio Holmes got that on you, didn't he?
I hate the Steelers. So it
I
was
was a
Jerome
little
Bettis'
kid, I
last
cried,
one.
bro.
But that was in Arizona, right? That was in Arizona.
I think so, yeah.
It was in
It was
Arizona.
at University of Phoenix
That's
Stadium.
when
Yeah.
Santonio Holmes caught that nice little.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There was a time to not be a
Yeah.
Seahawks
That
fan.
was
It was after what my
cool.
Hasselbeck did to us. Okay?
I couldn't leave the Hawks.
I left.
Seahawks is religion where
Left
I'm
them.
from. It's
Yeah.
it's
I'm from the
it's
state
almost
below.
as religion as Cowboys in Texas, bro. It's
That's all
almost,
y'all-
but it's
that's all y'all
not
got.
quite that.
I don't have to be that loyal because I'm not from Washington.
That's true, but you know
Huck the Fuskies, though, for
listen,
sure.
we represent the whole
Yeah,
Northwest.
Huck the Fuskies though.
Listen, the Oregon Ducks,
Yeah, Huck-
all right, that white privileged organization. You know what I mean?
Nike.
Yeah, white privilege at that school.
You remember Dylan Mitchell?
Yeah.
From Memphis?
Memphis. Yeah.
He went up there.
Sure did.
He went to Oregon.
Yeah, he came from my school.
Dylan Mitchell. So yeah, Kobe died. Lost Kobe. Then weeks later, Pop Smoke is dead. Then we going into Passover.
He was good for Passover.
You wasn't at the Passover, right? You didn't start coming around yet. So,
Can I just
but
say
everybody
something?
here was.
Salah here.
Go
Can I
ahead.
just say something about
Bring it.
Passover, bro?
Go ahead.
Yo, you know what? I got two accounts. I'm gonna wait to the for the national when we were on national.
Oh, that, yeah.
I'm gonna wait for that one. But the first account, you know, this is my first time, you know, just seeing what the Passover is all about.
This your first Passover too?
I was here when y'all were in San Diego in 2009.
Okay, yeah, but you was around the
Yeah,
camp.
I
Okay,
watched.
go ahead.
But it's my first time, man, and you know, I had no idea what Passover meant, what it was about, what the Most High, intended it to stand for. I mean, I kind of had an idea just through watching, Prince of, there's all those cartoon movies,
Prince of
those
Egypt,
Disney
a
movies,
tremendous film,
right? Great
Passover.
film, right? But seeing, brothers, in the old spirit, with the outfits on. I don't mean to call it outfits, but you know what I'm saying. And just the brotherhood, just amongst all the camps all over the country, and different nationalities. Especially coming from where I come from. We got black, white, Mexican. That's it. We're all divided, but just seeing that shit was humbling, man. But it was also too all praise to the Most High. Like, yo, Like, this shit is real. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I ain't never seen that. And then, what fucked me up a little bit is, like, you know, I thought I could be amongst my brothers, right? I wasn't in the camp at this time, so I'm like, I'm looking at all the tables. I'm like, okay, San Diego over there, Atlanta up front. Got Chief and them there in front, okay, what? Nah, brother, you gotta go up there with the women and children. I said, I'm like, cool. So I'm like a little, you know, I'm like a little bitch.
I don't got a section. Oh, okay.
I'm over there applauding. I'm like, I'm upstairs, but nah, it was cool, man. But I just had to bring that out, man, because that was powerful.
Yeah, the venue we had, for those, matter of fact, they seen the video. If you go watch the video, you can see, but yeah, we had an upper deck on the venue. So yeah, we had women and children, non-members upstairs, and then, you know, all the soldiers and up on the floor. It was quite the Passover. You know, we had the spirit. Once I arrived, which they can see if they watch the documentary, you know, Deacon kind of comes and whispers to me, you know, about certain issues that brothers had with each other, that was kind of brewing up, you know, and we wanted to make sure, like it says, what's that in Corinthians, I think?
A little leaven at the whole lot.
Nah, Paul, about keeping the feast.
Let us keep the feast with new leaven.
With new leaven, exactly. Yeah. So we got to purge that old leaven out.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, those issues that Akim were having that maybe they hadn't all gotten past or maybe they hadn't expressed, we wanted to make sure that actually got, all those things got addressed before we actually, you know, partook in, you know, eating the Passover. So we kind of had to stop what we had going on, stop the show, and get that addressed. You know, it was a nice back conference room for everybody to go into and kind of hash out their problems and express themselves, and get past things through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. So that was good. That was an amazing thing. And, you know, we ended up staying in there real late, past the time we had paid for, which caused them to keep the deposit, which is fine. Wasn't no problem, really. We had us a lot of fun in there through the spirit. So that was...
And that was the best lamb.
Yeah, that was Ariella on the lamb. Did an amazing job on the lamb in the spirit of the Most High. He had help as well. He had help. Connor Ward helped. Sean Waller wasn't a part of the cooking.
Wasn't? Okay.
Nah, was he?
I don't know. But I just...
No, he cooked to something else,
It was,
though.
what's his name? The big brother, stocky brother that's shorter.
Yeah.
Him.
What did Sean Waller...
And King Solomon.
What did Sean Waller cook for, though?
Yeah. He cooked for the War Angel weekend.
Yeah, you're right.
War Angel. No.
Yeah.
It was another time. He cooked in my house.
For this.
Okay, that's what I was saying. I was like, which time he cooked in my house? Okay, cool. Because I forgot. I didn't move out.
He was in the truck.
Yeah, I didn't move out of there until August officially. Okay.
Speaking of Passover and best, who had the best Passover garment?
It was Issachar, bro.
No, what?
Yeah, hands down. Your goal had the best garment.
Best Passover, bro.
Listen, okay, just because you had a huge Haitian flag garment, it doesn't automatically make
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
There's not artistic.
Can we zoom in on this, Conor?
We're talking about artistic expression. There was minimal creativity in your garment.
It was
a flag.
It was that you took that and just got it sewn into a garment.
Okay, I win.
That wasn't creative. No, you don't win.
That's like I take Michael Jordan and I put him on my team.
You gotta look at the details of bro garment though. Like it was cheetah print.
You gotta understand.
But the real
that was cool.
That was the best garment.
Your guard had the best garment.
Yeah, it was cheetah.
It was a real that looked like really exactly what the Aztecs wore.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can't go to no Haitian revolutionary and see them wearing what the hell you had on. You see what I'm saying?
You can look at me.
He actually venerated his ancestors. You know what I'm saying? You just very uncreatively sewed fringes on a flag.
Well, I didn't do that actually.
You had somebody do it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you all had it hands down. Yeah, that was a really great, and even the headband. Come on, that's not even a question. You know what I'm saying?
I say number 2 was.
So it was not the Passover. It was the haters' ball. Apparently,
it wasn't the haters' ball, but just we got to analyze narcissism here.
Oh yeah.
Nobody's talking about anybody's outfit.
Yeah, we're talking about.
Right, nobody's talking about anybody's outfit. You introduce it in hopes that you think you're going to be the winner, and nobody agrees.
Hey man, so be it. You know, it is what it is.
Give me
Usually.
I got a scripture. I got a scripture, I
my
think.
goodness.
All right.
It's in the Sirach?
Yeah, do you just wait? Hold on.
I think I know where you're going. So.
I think you know.
There's something about envy.
Hold
The man who envied himself.
on. Watch this. Watch this.
I give it.
Oh, yep. Yeah, so it's Sirach 11:4. You ready?
Yeah.
Boast not of thy clothing and raiment. You see how he's just trying to make himself the best
There
dressed?
you go.
Boast not of thy clothing and raiment, and exalt not thyself in the day of. That's what he literally just did.
I mean, I wasn't.
For the works of the Lord are wonderful, and his works are among men are hidden.
See, I
We
didn't.
praise the Lord. You want to boast yourself of clothing and raiment and exalt yourself in the day of.
You weren't even top 3.
That's a
Yeah,
lie.
no.
Ayash was number 2.
No, he wasn't.
Ayash was
Now
number
listen,
2.
that's debatable, but yeah, I wouldn't put you top 3 for sure.
You had-
You had a simplistic garment.
No, it's hate. It's hate.
It's not. It's no hate.
It's hate. It's all
It's
right.
just you.
I understand.
You of course would think. I don't even know why you would think your garment was the best, but for you have a bias. None of us have a bias,
That's what, I got you. It's,
and none of us put ourselves in any of ourselves in top 3.
I mean, how could you? You see? No, you know what? Yours. I like yours.
I wouldn't put my.
I liked yours.
Yeah, I mean,
liked
mine was
the belt. I liked.
it was simple.
It's
I
a
didn't,
trick.
I
It's
didn't
a
have.
trick
I
bag.
didn't have
Whatever.
a belt.
It was either yours.
I had the blue velour with the SICARRI.
I like the
on it.
material, but okay, that's fine. Not okay.
It's
That's
cool.
fine. That's fine. I'll
But
accept
I
that.
wouldn't put myself. Mine was simple.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
very simplistic. You know, I want to keep it simple. I might go a little complex this year. We'll see. We'll see how the spirit moves. Passover. What's after Passover? Skipping forward.
Indianapolis?
Skipping forward to George Floyd. Yeah, to George Floyd. So we know what happened there, right? You know, and I was I talked about it on a documentary we did, which YouTube pulled down. You know, I just had to go. We just had to go. That was a very spur of the moment in the spirit.
The very last minute.
Very last minute, but a lot of brothers showed up too. That was the beautiful thing about it. We really showed up for that. And I mean, that was just something like you got to be a part of that. I remember watching the documentary where somebody was talking about Tupac. They was with Pac during the LA riots in '92, and they're like, you know, he's somewhere in the valley or something, watching it. It's like, no, y'all, I got to go over there. Like, I got to be on the ground right now. You know what I mean? I got to be a part of this right now. So it was the same feeling. Like, we got to be a part of this. We have to go. We have to say we went there. You know what I'm saying? We got to talk. We got to really experience what's going on. So that was, you know, that was a once in a lifetime type of thing. You know, it was a lot.
What would you like? And you know how in like a video game or something, you'll just see stuff blowing up out of nowhere and people looting and stuff, or in a movie.
Yeah.
How would you compare what you see on a movie or a video game to the riots that took place?
It was almost the same.
Really?
Not quite, but almost the same. Go ahead. You have something to go on?
No, I was gonna let you finish, but when we got there, we seen a lot more than what you came and saw when we was together. Because they had the whole expressway shut down. People just on the expressway going crazy.
Yeah, people got killed. When we left, people died on the expressway.
Yeah.
That's when that semi came and ran niggas over.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
People died playing on the expressway.
Yeah, I was here. Me and Deacon. I remember me and Deacon
So
were
they
live.
was up there, and then it happened in Atlanta.
Yeah, no, yeah. As soon as I got on the plane and left,
You're right.
the riots started happening in Atlanta. That's what they told.
right.
That's why we don't. Just so people understand, we don't teach at CNN no more because they shut CNN down because of those riots. So people aren't there anymore. So we've kind of, you know, abandoned ship on that until they finally just took the fences down recently.
Really?
So
Okay.
maybe, you know, most high will they open CNN back up and maybe we go back over there. But until then, we're gonna be, you know, at Peachtree Center, you know, through the spirit. But yeah, they jacked CNN way up. The College Football Hall of Fame destroyed that.
Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, the Chick-fil-A.
But you
thing,
seen the video? They made sure they were like, no, it's a Waffle House. They're like, do not touch Waffle House.
Yeah, I gotta eat after.
Yeah, what we gonna eat, man? You know.
We
Yeah,
didn't even eat.
yeah, that was. Bro, in Minneapolis, we didn't eat. There was no food. There was nothing open. You know what I'm saying? That was crazy. Minneapolis was like, that was a hell of an experience where they really had, you know, martial law type, you know, curfews, you know what I mean, stuff like when they said everything was shut down at 8:30, you know, everything was shut down at 8:30, like, you know, without any questions at all. There was nothing. You couldn't go get gas.
They had. I mean, that was murder on TV. That they had to.
Yeah. You know, that was a different experience. You know, after that, boom, we come back. What is it? June. It's June. We come back. It's June. What happens in June? The grand opening.
But
We started getting ready. So in May, before we even left, we secured this building through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, all praises. We secured this, and then boom, we start getting ready for the grand opening.
Wendy's happened, right?
In June. Rashard Brooks. Rashard Brooks. So then they killed a brother at Wendy's.
Yeah.
We go there, as soon as we leave, they burn the Wendy's down.
Because we were supposed to go on Candler Road, but we made a
instead of going Candler, we came down.
Same day,
Bro, and forgetting about the Rona.
We haven't even talked about Corona because
I thought you were saving it.
Salakia, we live in Atlanta. I try to explain this to people. There's actually no Corona here. It actually is not a thing.
One of the lowest cases too.
You see what I'm saying? It's not a thing. It doesn't exist. We don't know anything about it. We feel sorry for you people in other places.
We seriously, actually, we're still open
because we're not affected. You know what I'm saying? We're not affected by this. You know what I'm saying? But so that happens, and as soon as that happens, it's crazy because we watch it happen. We watch it in November, and we watch the Chinese get destroyed. And we're kind of just going like, oh, that's crazy for the gooks, like, whatever.
Right, no, that's exactly like, okay.
Like, so we saw this before SARS. SARS, whatever. We watched everybody shut down during SARS, but we can't, like, I remember watching, it was baseball season. Mm-hmm. I remember during SARS, the Blue Jays had a game and the stadium was empty. But it wasn't like they ordered it, they were like, bro, niggas, come get $1 tickets. Like, but nobody was coming out in Canada. So there wasn't like mandated curfews or anything like that. People just were self-quarantining or whatever. I remember that during SARS, so I know it's the gooks at SARS, whatever. And COVID is SARS too, literally. It's how it's classified, SARS too. So it was just like whatever, and then all of a sudden, like, they're like, it's here. You know what I mean? It's like, nigga, it ain't here. Like, what the hell? That's January. What January came, nigga, it ain't
treated
here.
it like Ebola or something.
Yeah, like, bro, like, them niggas somewhere else. Yeah. Somebody else got it, right? Then all of a sudden, February come, they start getting like more cautious. I remember I'm in the airport. They're looking at me like, you don't want to wear a mask? I'm like, no. You know what I'm saying? I looked at TSA and said, nigga, mask off. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know the future's on, right? They ain't wearing no mask. Right. What? Mask? So after that, March came. We was in New York. And that's when it really like, they were like, nah.
That's when y'all shot Brew Walk.
We did Brew Walk. That's what when y'all see Brew Walk, the video Brew Walk, y'all are gonna notice something. We're at Barclays Center. If you ever been downtown Brooklyn to Barclays Center, you know that there is no time of day where you can get the shots that we got. There's no time.
Yeah, it's flooded.
It was only us. It was empty. It was empty. That's how we were able to shoot that video the way we did. Because Barclays, we went to Barclays, we just looked around and said, damn, there's nobody here. Oh, we're shooting this video right in front of Barclays. That's why y'all see them big ass signs. Like, there's a Corona sign, a beer. You see, you'll notice in there. I said, oh yeah, we're gonna get that. We're gonna get that. It was shut down, man, and that's when we did the what is it? Masharai Yashar Lane Scared.
That video.
Of the Rona, which is a 3-hour video. Amazing unity camp in Crown Heights. We did there, and then we get back to Atlanta now, and Atlanta's like.
We went to that Walmart.
We went to that Walmart, exactly, because that's when it
make it.
That's when it was on a Thursday, and we usually do Thursday camp, right?
Yeah.
And it was just like that's when the hysteria first started.
Yeah.
That's when it all first started. That's when everybody was buying all the toilet paper, and I'm just going, why is everybody buying all the toilet paper? You know what I'm saying? 2 weeks of food, whatever. That's when all that happened. So then Atlanta starts shutting down. And that's April.
That's when we moved. We moved to Candler Road.
Yeah, remember when it first started? I had got back from New York. I was there that weekend. When it first started, I said, okay, because the streets are empty pretty much. I said, remember, I said, we're going to go out on Friday instead of Saturday. And we went out next to Hooters, right? And then the week after that, that's when we moved to Candler and stayed on Candler after that. So, and was there till what? When did we move from Candler?
Recently, probably like a couple months.
Oh no, after Tabernacles, we stopped going to gambling.
Yeah.
We went back. Remember, we went back downtown. We seen it was back active. Okay, we back downtown. So yeah, but it was just even downtown. It was dead.
Mm-hmm.
It was really dead.
Matter of fact, I think during the Atlanta, it was like kind of after them riots. Me and you had gone downtown just to kind of see how it was, and they still had military out there. And remember, we had the Christians that was teaching. Right?
Yeah, no, yeah, we went to the thing, yeah.
We recorded too. And I was so mad.
That was all when we got back from Minneapolis.
I was so mad recording with that heavy ass for 2 hours.
Hey,
I was
look,
sitting there
with no tripod.
Man, I was so mad.
Yeah, that was something. Hey, look, kind of worse than man. Come on, man. Welcome to my life, man. You know what I mean? We'll hold the camera
I'm not
3
used to
4
that,
hours.
though.
It was that was something. That was, and then Atlanta went to that shutdown in like April. And then for us, as soon as like May came, they're like, all right, guys, we're about to start opening stuff back up. Governor Kemp is like, look, if we don't get this economy cracking, it's going to get bad out here.
This is May. This guy.
That picture's from February.
It is?
It didn't get posted till May. It's from February.
I just reposted it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
in May. Remember, because I was waiting to post it. And I told you had to wait till I posted it.
You be doing that.
Because I'm great. So through the spirit. But yeah, so then Atlanta's talking about niggas. We opening back up on niggas. You know what I mean? But first, remember, it's just the restaurants, the salons, the nail places.
And the gyms of all places.
And the gyms, right? And the gyms. But by June, Atlanta was back open. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? And then we did the grand opening for the school through the spirit and power of Yahweh. So that was great. We opened the school. And in a couple weeks.
That was a good week.
That was a great week.
That was actually a great week.
It's a great week.
Deacon made my week.
But no, he wasn't there yet. We talking about the school opening. We're not talking about that. We're not even there yet.
I'm tripping.
So after the school opened, we did the school grand opening, which is a new moon. But then after that, we did War Angel Weekend.
Yeah, that was a great.
So what people got to understand about that weekend is there's an organization that made a lot of headlines and still is called the NFAC, Not Fucking Around Coalition.
Yeah.
And they did an armed demonstration in Stone Mountain, Georgia, which is historically a Confederate area, a Klan hotbed. But if you go to Stone Mountain now, like it's mostly us. We're mostly black people up there. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like that. But they do this armed thing there. We're oblivious to this organization. Not knocking the organization, but we're oblivious to what they're doing. But while we had an armed demonstration also that same exact day. But instead of there, we did in College Park on Old Nat. You feel me?
Great day.
Video called Israelites Take Over College Park in the spirit. That was an amazing day, but that was during around the time when the rumor was that white people were going to shoot at groups of black people on the 4th of July. So we wanted to make sure as groups of black people, right, one larger group, but we split off into 3 that, we were prepared for anything Esau might have done. And also just kind of showing that statement in force. Because it's funny how people will sometimes come at us, well, you guys are out there teaching the Bible. What about, survival skills? What about guns? It's like, we have those too. We don't got to talk about that all the time. That's not like our main point, our main selling point. But we, if people get the misconception that we just think, we're only have the Bible. No, there's the Bible tells you about things. Yahweh Shai said, if you don't have a sword, sell your garment and buy one. So we understand about these things. When you read about the Israelites, the people in the Bible, these were warrior people who fought wars, etc. So we understand that part. We don't gotta put everything on Front Street all the time. Right. That ain't everybody's business all the time. But these are things we're well aware of. You know what I mean? I don't understand why people look at everything so myopically and just think, oh, they see us reading the Bible and they go, all these niggas do is read the Bible. Or like people walk by us at camp on a Saturday afternoon and say, get a job. It's Saturday afternoon and you're not at work. Do you literally think every single day, all day, we're just out here doing this? It would be nice, but realistically, no. Everybody got to go and do what they got to do and take care of themselves and pay bills, etc. So I just don't understand why people, when they see us, they really just look at us so narrow-minded, but then these same people will criticize us for narrow-mindedness, allegedly, and closed-mindedness. But you make very inaccurate, on-the-spot judgments about us that are light years from the truth. People do it all the time to us, but then get mad at us when we make more educated judgments upon them based on the Bible. We live in the bizarre world, I'm telling you. Bizarre land, I think is the proper thing. Bizarre land. You know, remember bizarre land used to be a block instead of it was a block, right? It's crazy, man. But you wanted to say something about?
It's a lot. Again, I wasn't in the camp yet. I was taking my time, brothers.
Yes, sir.
But hey, I just wanted to see, who my constituents were, right? But that was. I mean, you talking about 100? How many people? 100 plus?
It
was about 100 brothers.
Yeah. Okay.
Plus, it was prospects. Some brothers' wives was out there too. Some just spectators. People who just came to watch us.
Right. Right. But when I pulled up a little bit late, but I pulled up at perfect timing. All praise to the Most High. Where we were, I think we were setting up right in the parking lot, and then you were giving out the order like such and such, go here, go there, go there. I mean, it was just like an army, man. It was like a great army, and we took over that block. You talking about on every single corner and some. Then you got brothers in the middle of the street passing out flyers.
Listen, then we had the canvassers. We had 3 or 4 different groups of people canvassing in the parking lots, in the apartment complexes, everything all around right there.
Oh wow! Oh, okay, I didn't see that.
We had the canvassers.
But
the Quai, Hasad, they were all canvassing.
That shit was amazing, man. It was amazing. That many brothers in unison, thinking with one mindset, rather. I mean, only thing that's gonna make that happen is the powers of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's the only thing, bro. In that area where it's affluent and just violence and just all type of wicked shit.
Just infamous.
Infamous.
And you could tell it was real impactful for like people that was watching, because we got a lot of even though people trying to show their support, and we don't like the hunting. You know what I'm saying? It was people really impacted by that.
That's
you
right.
know what I'm saying? And
That's
they
right.
understood like, okay, these people really about something, and you can tell they felt a sense of protection.
That's
you know
right.
What I'm saying? Because somebody came up.
You passed out like 1,000 flyers, aren't you?
2,000.
Oh yeah. 2,000 flyers passed out.
Because that for people that don't understand, Old National is one of the busiest streets in the whole Atlanta metro.
Yeah,
it's the heart, it's the vein of College Park.
That's right.
Rick Ross lives on Old National.
Yeah,
right?
Just way down.
You know what I mean? But
Famous Creflo.
it's these Creflo Dollars churches on Old National is. It's one of them streets, but go ahead and come answer like.
It was just like people coming up, and they was like, "This is what we need." They was like, "We don't even need the police force. If we get more men like y'all that does this, we feel protected." You see what I'm saying? So it was a real big impact for Atlanta at that time, especially being in that community specifically.
That's right.
So it was a beautiful thing that weekend, bro.
Yeah, there's War Angel Weekend. That was I remember I think I called you, Hasad. I was like, look, man, I gotta give you props. This was super. That was the most powerful camp I had been a part of. And it wasn't even necessarily the brothers that was speaking. Brothers, of course, speaking well in the spirit, but just the atmosphere. Like how people, say the aura and stuff like that. It was just like everywhere you turn, Israelites. You see what I'm saying? Nothing like it ever. Nothing like it ever.
It was for the people. It was for the people. I mean, you talking about you having brothers out there on the street corners. You know what I'm saying? You got brothers protecting, those brothers who were speaking, and then you got people who were in the middle of the street avoiding all types of traffic, just trying to get the flyers, and then you got people sticking their hands outside the car door saying, I need that. Because like, the brother Nakamai brought out, they never seen that many so-called black men together, armed up, dressed different, talking different, in that type of spirit for them. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it was all about, man. It was a great thing. It was a great thing. That let me know, honestly, me personally, like, yo, I need to be here.
Yeah, that was one of the man, that was that was a great time. We started here, boom, we had the podcast, The Origins of SICARRI. We still got to do a follow-up actually with Yatab on that as well. Because he wants to come and clean up the deacon. Because he says deacon told some historical inaccuracies about some of their time together. Can you my computer, my laptop? Okay, fine. So that started there. You had something? Go ahead.
Yeah, I just wanted to say real briefly too, because we were just talking about it. Because there'll always be people mocking and scoffing. But like it says, I think it's in second epistle of Peter. In the last days there shall come scoffers.
Right.
But when you really think about it, and I were having this conversation on the phone earlier. How evil do you have to be to see something like that? 100 black and Hispanic men in one of the most violent and notorious parts of Atlanta, holding, teaching the truth of the Bible. How evil are you to come against something like that? Even if there's a brother that I may not, agree with in certain doctrine, if I see something like that, you got to give props. You got to give respect where respect is due. So, just because in the spirit of people been just talking crazy the past couple months.
Yeah, bro. And like you said, not only just that, but it's like, you gotta some people they're just haters. You know what I mean? Like, and I hate to use that term because it's cliche, but it's that's who they are. That's the only way to actually describe them. People who just have so much hate in their heart and in their blood and in their veins to where they just can't help but hate. Like, I know people, like, if you see some people, you might like. Remember Farrakhan did the Million Man, but then he did the other one a couple years ago. You got people that'll hate on that. And it's like, bro, he got hundreds of thousands of black people in one place. You're hating on that for what? Nigga, you can't do that.
Right.
Some of these guys can't get a dozen people to show up anywhere.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You can't hate on that. And even if you're an Israelite and you go, well, Farrakhan is that. What did he, when he got up there for the Million Man, what did he say? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are God's chosen people,
right.
And if you don't let them go, God is going to judge you.
That's right.
How can you argue with that?
Right. And you know what's so cool about that? This is how you know we're also in the land of confusion, because you always talking about people who aren't in the truth, Christians or whoever, just people who are about black power, unity. Talking about, how can we come together? Like, how can black people do such and such? Like the brother brought it out. Just because you don't necessarily agree with the doctrine or necessarily all the points and views or values of what they're bringing out, at what point can you bring out that many people, black men and so-called black women, together at one point and just be together? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
just be
why
together.
can't you look at that? You know what I mean?
And going back to the George Floyd weekend, bro, and I was the only one that caught, I think it was me and Nakawam, right? We was on the back, holding posts. And when we was, I think Taza Payne was speaking, right? When Taza Payne was speaking, it was a dude came up and said, man, who are those, the Israelites? Man, I don't even fuck with them, man. Them niggas weird, bro. I don't even know why y'all up here. Like, bro, are you serious? You know what I'm saying?
Why are the white people here? Is that who y'all mess with?
You know what I'm saying? So it was like exactly what Hasad went into, bro. Like, how can you see that we're here for the terrible event that happened to our brother, to support him, to come out here and give y'all a word, give y'all motivation, and show our support to y'all in y'all hometown, but y'all just come back with some type of hatred just because you don't mess with the Israelites.
Right. But see, but like I said, I was just talking to him about a situation, and I said, bro, like Yahweh Shah said, your fathers killed the prophets. Yeah. Like, y'all killed the prophets. You know what I mean? So when they speak evil on us and ill on us, like, you killed us too. In previous incarnations, y'all would kill us. If the only reason our people ain't doing it now is because of the white man. You know what I mean? In his law system. But, when we had our own setup, we're knocking each other off. You know what I mean? When we don't like this nigga, okay, we're going to figure out a way to justifiably knock this nigga off or whatever. You see what I'm saying? So that hatred, it runs deep and it's real. And, our people are affected with a lot of it. I remember Priest Bon Lawyer used to always say this. He said, he said, a lot of you black people are just jealous. You see what I'm saying? You're just jealous. You don't have the knowledge. You don't have the information. And the problem is you actually can obtain it the same way we are, because we're no better. We don't have the any advantage over you in being able to find out who you are and learn. You know what I'm saying? We all can do that. But the ones that just aren't motivated or don't have the heart to do it, some of them are jealous against and envious towards brothers who do it, who can do it, who do obtain it. and they'll express that hatred. You see what I'm saying? They're going to express that hatred in various forms. They'll express that hatred. You got something? Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, nah, it's funny you brought that out because this is the other side of it, right? Me and the brother earlier, we was going into it. I think it was John 3, not John 3 and 4. We talking about what the Most High is talking about. I put a stumbling block.
Yeah.
Put a stumbling block, and like and he was also going into about like the faith. You got some people who got faith, and you got some people who got works. But we already know what's faith without works. You know what I'm saying? And then you got that Romans 9 and right. Hasad, we was going into
Romans 9:33. I laid Zion a stumbling block of offense.
Right. It's crazy, bro. Like it just shows just the confusion that's in this place, and also too just hey, you saying one thing, I'm saying another thing, but at the same time, like we're for the same thing, but you're just I don't know, it's crazy.
It's just confusion.
It's just confusion. Bro.
It's pure confusion, and it's deep. We're saying that because I'm going into Babylon tonight. Where is Babylon? And all of that is, cohesively works together to prove the point that this is Babylon, because this is the place where people are so confused. The level of confusion. Wasn't y'all just talking about last night about somebody they're supposed to be in the truth, but now they got an onk. They're showing a damn onk now on their page. You know what I mean? What the hell are you talking about? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People are nuts. You know what I'm saying? But it's just, we're in this place.
You're activating your chakras.
You're activating your chakras, but you're in the truth, and it's crazy. So it's this place is just here to confuse, to detour, to distract. And there's been a lot of distractions this week. And it goes into the lesson I went into and I brought out last week, which is dealing with Satan and him applying pressure and him being on the attack, etc., etc. So he's going to continue to be on the attack, and we got to continue to be on the attack. You see what I'm saying? We have to attack him, and we have been attacking him. That's what you don't understand. When you keep the commandments, you're attacking Satan. You're telling Satan, I'm at war with you. You see what I'm saying? And he, of course, he's not no punk. He's not no slouch. So he's going to fight back. So as we wage war against him, he's going to wage war. He's going to return warfare against us. So, we got to expect all of that. We have War Angel Weekend, though. Powerful and momentous, right? Just like you said, we got 100 blacks and Hispanics taking over College Park. Those of y'all haven't been to Atlanta, I'm sure College Park is one of...
College Park.
Yeah, that's one of the places, if you've heard about Atlanta, that's one of the places. You've heard about College Park, Bankhead, you know what I'm saying? Like those are the places you at least hear about as far as okay, that's the hood over there. You see what I'm saying? So, old Nat, we did our thing through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shai. Just wonderful. Damn near whole SICARRI was here, man. You know what I mean? And that was heavy. After that, what happened after that?
July that be?
Oh, DC. I went to DC. None of y'all went to DC?
No.
Nah, so DC.
Well, apparently I was in DC.
Oh, somebody did say you were in DC when you weren't in DC. Your thought went to DC though, you're right. We went to DC, man, which a lot of people understand what that DC thing was about. The DC trip was about Elder Mathathawa. So, of course, because of the Rona, it wasn't as easy to obtain facilities in every city to have a summit. So we kind of put summits on hold, and instead we just have unity camps. They can't really stop that, right? So we did a unity camp in DC because Elder Mathathawa was getting ready to leave. He was getting ready to go to Ghana, which y'all see him now when y'all go to his channel. Where is he at? He's in Ghana. So he wanted to do a unity camp and just kind of see everybody before he bounced. And started to build Ghana like he is now. Look, already got a school in Ghana, everything. All praise to Yahweh Shemel Shai. So that's what that whole thing was about with the DC Unity Camp. Which it was cool. DC is okay. But they had the whole Black Lives Matter plaza. Yeah. That's where we had the camp at, right next to the White House on the other side of the park. They had something called Black Lives Matter Plaza. And that was it's just we live in an interesting time where you would never imagine that 2 whole blocks. We're talking about the block where the what do they call it? They like rate the movies R, PG-13, like where their headquarters is. Paramount? That's no Paramount is a film studio, but like the Motion Picture Association. The Motion Picture Association's headquarters
right.
It's boarded up. Black Lives Matter everywhere. They're not even in business. I mean, they're in business, but they're not even at work. Like, they just let Black Lives Matter totally overrun those blocks. And that was really interesting to see. Watching that and being there, teaching there, you know, it was a beautiful time. You know, through the Spirit. DC, we leave from DC. After DC, boom, we go to
Detroit?
Houston?
Detroit, yeah.
Houston in September, I
Yeah,
think.
we go to Detroit, then I go to Vegas after Detroit. We go to Detroit. Detroit was another, I mean, you know.
You was in Detroit?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yes,
Detroit.
it was. Yes,
Yeah, so Detroit was another powerful trip. Detroit's one of my favorite places to visit, hands down. Anybody know me know I love Detroit.
Yeah, I like Detroit.
Yeah, Detroit was pretty good.
I love Detroit so much. You know, and you know, I've referenced this before, but you know, it's a rapper named Messy Moore. Not the biggest fan of Messy Moore or anything like that, but I watched an interview where he was like kind of bugged out a little bit. He was like, "How coke?" You know, he got a thing where he liked to put cocaine on everything and smoke it, right? But and that's not a he's admitted this, right? So, but he was in Richmond, you know, Richmond, California, in the Bay.
Oh yeah.
And they asked him, like, you know, why you came to Richmond? You know, you from San Francisco, you out hanging out in Richmond. He said, I like Richmond because I understand poverty. He said, I understand poverty. So a lot of like, I love Puerto Rico. I loved Detroit. And a lot of these places, I understand poverty. I like to immerse myself in these environments. You know what I'm saying? Where, you know, our people, here we gotta understand, we act like our people are just in the hood. Our people are everywhere. You know, Black and Hispanic people are, I mean, except for the 1% elitist level in the society, we're in every level of the society. Some levels we're just in more than others. So of course we're in poverty more than we're others. But there's plenty of, you know, the average one of us is, you know, what they would call lower middle or, you know, working class or whatever. Not so much like super impoverished, but a lot of these impoverished areas, man, you know, it's just, you know, you really get a feel for and understand the place when you go to the, you know what I'm saying, you're around that. That's where you really feel what's going on in this spot. So I like to, you know, see that. Like, don't, you know, I go somewhere, don't take me downtown, or even if we are going to teach downtown, I'm not trying to stay downtown. You know what I mean? I want to, you know, so, but the thing about Detroit is outside of downtown, damn near everywhere is like that. Yeah. So like the whole place, you really get the feel of what this place is like. You know what I'm saying? It's, the heartbeat of the place is coming from that inner city, period.
Remember that the cookout that we drove through?
No, not cookout. It was a block
party, I mean.
Listen, Detroit, they don't know about that block party. Let me tell you something. We're driving back from the Riverwalk, so how we was doing it was, day one, we went to the area in Detroit they call Mexican Town, Southwest Detroit, which is where Big Meech is from, right? It's just, SICARRI, just slum over there. Taught over there, cool, boom. Then that night we go to the Riverwalk because it was summertime, so the Riverwalk was, everybody was at the Riverwalk in Detroit. Yeah. Especially with everything shut down because of the Rona, the Riverwalk was buzzing in Detroit. So we like, all right, go to Riverwalk. We're driving from the Riverwalk, and I get lost, trying to head back to the spot. And man, we hit this block, dark ass back block. No street lights, nothing. All of a sudden, we get to the front of the block where the street lights is at. I'm talking about block party cracking. I'm talking about, bro, just so many broads hopping out of the car, like a bunch of. All you'll see in the street is like 20 girls, bro. You know what I'm saying? Couple brothers just posted up on a car drink. I'm like, oh, it's like, it's cracking out here. Like a movie.
Yeah, like buffed up.
Full girls dressed like they going to the nightclub. Everybody just standing outside. I was like, oh, it's going down around Detroit. Detroit is an experience. You know what I'm saying? So we did a lot of good work in Detroit through the Spirit. Elders came out. You know, it was a Masharai Yasharala. Not just a SICARRI function. It was a Masharai Yasharala type of function. Detroit was powerful. Boom. We did Vegas after that. Some infamous. That's when the girl I was teaching, the girl, and she fainted. You know what I'm saying? The young woman. She fainted out there in Vegas. Vegas was something else. Man. And then in the midst of this now, mind y'all, in June, most of the corona restrictions got lifted here in Atlanta. So we're like regular schedule in Atlanta now versus every place else. The most you got to do, every place you don't even got to put a mask on. Some places you do, some places you got to put it on just to enter, and then when you sit down, you can take it off. But there are places, there are stores in Atlanta, and you know, you do not have to wear, the club, they're not telling you to put no mask on. You see what I'm saying? You just can walk in there. They not tripping. So, you know, the rest of the world, they suffered. Yeah. You guys suffered, you know, while we, you know, enjoyed next to regular life here in Atlanta. But, you feel me? Like, so yeah, boom, we go to Vegas. We don't go nowhere in September. Then Houston. So this is my second time in Houston, my first time to really experience Houston. It was cool. You went to Houston, right?
Yeah, it was cool.
It was cool. We had a fun time at Top Golf.
Yes.
Houston is just, the thing about Texas.
Y'all went to Houston before the concert?
What concert?
Gift concert? Or no,
What no concert?
The virtual concert. That one this year?
That was
no, the virtual concert was Warriors a Weekend.
Yeah,
that was
I'm tripping.
Yeah, Warriors a Weekend.
We didn't talk about that part.
Yeah, if you want to, we can backtrack. That ain't a
Houston
problem.
is just
we just doing the 2020
That's all.
wrap up. Yeah. Houston is, it's, you know, this is the thing that killed me about Texas. Street teaching is hard in Texas. It's hard. Because the foot traffic in Texas is not, it's not like everywhere else. Foot traffic is not as prevalent in Texas as, you know, is ideal for teaching. And that's when y'all remember One Body started knocking on people's doors. It's just, you know, they have a prime location next to that train station where it's always people and they get good interactions, but there's not a lot of spots like that in Dallas. So that them going and knocking on doors was a great idea. Tremendous idea in the spirit. You know, we went on an operation with them doing that. You know, so Houston was cool. We taught in Third World. We reached people. We talked to people. That was beautiful. But it just wasn't what we expected. Yeah, you know, but Houston was always on my list of like places I wanted to go. You know what I mean? Hands down. Now, the only thing left in Babylon is New Orleans that I haven't been that I've wanted to go in. New Orleans is the last town on that list.
Sac?
I don't care about going to Sacramento. And I've been to Sacramento.
What's San Francisco?
I haven't taught. I taught in San Francisco before.
For real? Okay.
Yeah, I taught in San Francisco in 2011. With San Francisco is one of the most active places to teach, hands down. It's probably like New York, LA, San Francisco, Seattle, like those are the top places. That's like really just going down all day, really, really active, no breaks. Them is the 4 places. Those 4 cities, they don't even know no chill. Boom, we go to Houston. Then boom, we open a Miami school in the spirit.
Yes.
At the end of October, powerful. And the Most High is amazing. And we opened 3 schools in 4 months because they opened Tijuana. They still haven't done a grand opening in Tijuana because, you know, they want to take more time planning it so more brothers can get their passports and come. But we opened 3 schools in 4 months. That's like, after going all these years not having an actual, and then we got the San Diego school back, which is not a full-time school, but just for Fridays, all in 4 months. Yeah. The Most High is amazing. You can't do nothing but praise him, bro. That's just there you go. Here's school. You know what I'm saying? Here y'all go. So that was.
In Miami that was
incredible. Yeah.
That was incredible for real.
That was another good time.
Mm.
What month is?
You know, what month is what?
What month is?
What we had that was October. Then October. So we did cancel Halloween in Little Haiti and Wynwood. We did a South Beach camp. Remember we had the Latino apologist. One of the just great video with him.
Yeah.
What's the brother named Juan?
Something like that. Some nigga named Juan.
Your brother's name was Juan. Cool brother, you know. Cool brother. Great dialogue. Great dialogue. Had that, like I said, they boom, that Wynwood was nuts. Cap was doing this thing, the black cop, the devil, Yakinan. I forgot my guy, Yakinan.
Yakinan did it for me.
Wow, Yakinan. Yeah, he did it. He did it. Salute to him.
Captain set it up too.
You know, Captain set it all. It was that was beautiful. That was beautiful. And then there was Memphis.
Yeah.
You can do Feast of Tabernacles.
Yo City.
Oh, let's go back. You're right. Feast of Tabs.
Oh,
Let
yeah,
me explain something to y'all.
Fire.
Feast of Tabernacles,
That was good.
the one we had in Atlanta, SICARRI had 3 Feast of Tabernacles. Atlanta, San Diego, Seattle. The Feast of Tabernacles.
Dallas too.
Yeah, Dallas.
Oh,
Dallas had
fucking
one,
4, Salakia. The one in Atlanta, let me explain something to you, man. That was about as close to 40 years in the wilderness as niggas have got. Like,
Yeah.
we was really
You, man.
deep. We was really deep as hell. Let me explain to y'all. Hold on. I'm about to mute this for the live because I'm live. I started live, but I'm about to mute this because we shooting a podcast right now. If y'all don't know what we doing, but I know we supposed to start the live at 9, but we ain't done with this podcast. So I just said, you know what? I'm gonna cue y'all in. I might make y'all wait to watch this part. I might have to mute
This is
this
pay-per-view.
because this right here,
We got that documented?
No,
we got pictures
Oh,
from
okay,
there. We got
okay,
pictures.
okay.
I got a lot of pictures that kind of were snapped on my hard drive.
this good week.
Bro, shout out to Yathar in the chat. Let me tell y'all something. Let me tell you niggas about Feast of Tabs. Number one, look. I don't need you niggas.
You know what I just thought about? Is Yapaja. Remember Yapaja at the Feast of Tabernacles?
No,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yapaja was amazing at Feast of Tabernacles. I learned a lot about Yapaja at the Feast of Tabernacles. Let me tell y'all something. We go. What was it? Okay, boom. We go there. Let's not disclose the location. But what happened? First day was cool, cause we had 5 days there, right? First day it was cool, and then by Saturday everybody was there, and I'm talking about everybody. And I had everybody set up in tribes because that's how, in the wilderness, that's how we had everything set up. We had everything sectioned off in the tribes. So I made sure that that's how we sectioned it off. But it just basically came to where it was mostly Judites and Levites. So what we did was say, okay, we're going to just split it to where we have a Judite section and a Levite section, and Benjamin's going to go with Judah, and the north is going to come with us, all the northern kingdom tribes. So we had that all set up, and I'm talking about that Judite section was just flooded. It was, bro, it was so, listen, nigga, it was so many tents.
Yeah.
It was nuts how many tents it was.
Yeah.
I mean, bro, we were up in the spots that we didn't even pay for at that
Right.
point.
Yeah.
We had just overran them spots.
We almost got kicked
You
out.
know, listen, and that's what I'm gonna get to. We turning up, having a good time. It's 1, 2 in the morning. Park ranger think he gonna pull up and tell niggas. It was night, nigga. This white park ranger walk up to me and say, and told me to go to sleep. And y'all, listen, go to bed. He was like, all right, it's time to go to bed, guys. And I looked at him. I literally looked at him like this. I said, I was in a mid-conversation.
Yeah.
I looked at him, I said, and turned right back to my conversation and start having it. You know, my kids was awake still. You think they not in bed.
Right,
You think
right.
a nigga gonna tell me
Right.
to go to bed?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Look, they leaving. Hold on. I'm going to unmute for y'all. All right? Y'all missed the good part. Y'all have to go just watch this podcast next week. But, so then, the next morning, Hasad gets a visit, right? And I don't know why Hasad gets the visit. Because we had spots in your name too.
Yes.
It was in both our names.
We had 3 spots. I think 2 or 3 spots in my name.
So Hasad gets a visit. Tell them about your visit.
I mean, we're
Hasad.
playing catch. Shane, you were there, I think.
I was there.
Yeah, you were there too.
Yeah, you know,
and he
he
comes
was
up to
all
me. It's like, bro, as soon as I seen him, he looked like one of them. Okay, let me try to be as respectful as possible. You know the cool janitors at the school? They be trying to be cool with the kid. That's what he was, man. You know? And so he came up and he's like, whoop-de-woo. And he's like, they sent me, he started chuckling. He's like, yeah, they sent me to, deal with the blacks and Hispanics. That is verbatim what he said.
Verbatim.
Verbatim.
Of all things that he could say, he says, they sent me to deal with the blacks and Hispanics. Wow.
Right. So he's like, there's good people that work here. It ain't a race thing or nothing, Then in my head, I realized I really wanted to tell him, like, you don't even get it, do you? You don't know. You're just the token nigga they used to send to the blacks. You see what I'm saying? Like as he said.
You get sent to the Israelites.
Pretty much. You see what I'm saying? And so I'm just like, all right, man. So, just keep it down. It'd be a shame for you guys to have to leave early. I was like, all right, my nigga. You know,
Whatever, bro.
Mind you, we close to that same location. What's the group? The NARCP.
Oh, NFAC? Yeah, exactly.
That's where they was at
When that happened.
when that happened. You know what I'm saying? When they was combating against them Edomites. You know what I'm saying? The KKK.
God. So that's a hot big calling. Y'all about you mentioned with the
what's the chant?
It's like
Antifa they doing?
He did
No
it.
Nazis, no KKK, no
They don't
fascist
know.
USA. You know what I'm talking about? That's the chant.
I don't know.
That's the chant. That's
You
the
know the
Antifa
chant.
chant they were doing.
KKK, fascist USA.
they don't really.
Yeah, well, let's hope. That was cold. That was cold, but that was good too.
Fell into that one.
We did something similar for the camp setup. That's where people saw the camp where sis was naked, smoking crack in the streets. Now this ain't the first time. This is the second time now I had a woman smoking crack in the streets.
Well, a woman. Well, you were here. Was that last week I came, right? When you were here in Vegas, we had to make Jake break the crack pipe in front of camp.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that. Y'all
He
ain't
pulled
telling
out.
me.
Listen, no.
We got that in 6K.
Yeah. See, I peeped it, right? But Tabak is the one that said something first. Because I was like, in my head, I'm like, no, he didn't just pull out a crack pipe and broad daylight.
Like, no, there's no way.
And all of a sudden, Tabak goes,
Venezuela.
that's a crack pipe.
That nigga from Atlanta, he know the crack. Oh, that's a crack pipe.
I said, brother, you got to break the crack pipe, man. Break the crack pipe. I was like, nah. And I was like, he was, what do you say? I was like, bro, I'll give you $10, you break the goddamn crack pipe. He said, all right, where is it? My dumb ass said, what you
Crackheads don't have cash yet. They should get it though.
Anyway, we gave it to brother $10, he broke the crack pipe.
Like, yeah, but she messed up with that with water. That's crazy. He ain't do nothing but go buy another one with that 10. That's why he did it. But it's good aesthetically, right? Yeah, that's crazy. So yeah, she was smoking, but this is the first time I seen somebody naked. Literally, she walked by us, asked us for money, leaves, goes, pulls a crack pipe out her box. Yeah. Feel me? Because she didn't have no pockets or no clothes on. She pulled it out, you know what I'm saying? And smoked it in front of the camp. In the middle of the street. Well, come on, man. That was crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? During Tabernacles. Then we moved from there. And mind y'all, so y'all understand where that happened. That happened right next to Magic City, across from the Greyhound Depot on Forsyth, downtown Atlanta. That's like the underbelly of downtown. You know what I mean? Where all the activity is at. Mm-hmm. We go back, boom, we have 2 camps set up on Peachtree Center, and then at the Westin. And it was good work that got done there in the spirit. That's when we had the interracial couple come, and I tried to, you know what I mean, get in his head like, just, give it some thought. It's white supremacy after all, that the reason you're with him. And she didn't think that, but you really couldn't deny the points that I brought out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that was heavy. Fast forward, then we had Memphis. My man from Memphis, he's tied up right now, but we did Memphis, and I didn't get the best impression of Memphis, unfortunately. Oh, we got love, and even though we got hate in Memphis, we got a lot of love in Memphis.
Shout out to Memphis.
A brother who, not in the truth, nothing, walked up to our camp, listened to me for 15 minutes, and said, "Listen, next time you come to Memphis, hotel on me, food come. Hotel on me, food on me, etc. All that on me." So that was powerful. We definitely got love in Memphis, but Memphis just, I don't think we really got to experience Memphis for what Memphis actually was, and part of that had to do with because of the shutdown. You know what I'm saying? The shutdown, has thrown off a lot of cities, and maybe if we return to some of these cities we visited for the first time during the shutdown, if there wasn't a shutdown, maybe we have a different experience. Yeah. That's possible. When we do Memphis, I ain't gotta talk too much about it. Y'all heard about Memphis. Then we went to Puerto Rico, right? The box with me. We just did the Puerto Rico recap last week, so Puerto Rico was a beautiful experience. It's like Mexico and Hawaii had a baby. Great. I love Puerto Rico. I just was in Vegas this last week. Mm-hmm. Tremendous. Well, we spent all day at camp. We did 3 camps in Vegas. Back to not on 3 different days or all in one day. We was from noon to, about like after 8. We was working through the spirit, and it was powerful. Unfortunately, there was a goof up with the camera. And there's a solid hour and a half, maybe 2 hours of footage that we don't have. And it was amazing footage. We had where these Vegas cops, Mike Jackson, these cops in Vegas were doing this thing where they were, the area we're in, they were swarming. I'm talking about you cannot go 10 seconds without a new police cruiser pulling up. Literally. Every if you looked 360, every 10 seconds another police cruiser was pulling up. They were pulling up, pulling everything they saw over. Everybody's getting pulled over. They pull somebody over in the gas station we're teaching at, and they're taking the brother to jail now. So we're teaching, so Bazak starts teaching them as he's going into custody. Powerful. We don't even have the footage. Everybody that was there, you were there, you got to experience it. It was monumental in the spirit. You know, Bazak is a very powerful, dynamic speaker. Did that, then we get into this edification of this SICARRI brother and this Judite brother from Compton, brother out of Compton, brother out of Bompton, and really good edification. And it's crazy because the brother from Compton, he's like, look, I got a text to meet y'all over here at noon to the first spot we were at, but I didn't get up there, and I didn't even know y'all were gonna be here. I just stayed over here, and I was walking by, and I seen y'all was here, so I know like this was meant to be. So that was beautiful. We ended up in Vegas. We probably got 600 flyers, about 600 flyers out in the spirit. Very powerful. Then we went to Old Vegas, the Fremont experience, and had a great camp. We got all that footage. Great camp, edification, cutting stuff up. Powerful in Sin City. You know, we're gonna turn Sin City into Wind City. That's what I always say. That's right. My brother Street Prophet told me that. He said we're gonna turn Sin City into Wind City because we winning so many souls in Vegas. Right. You see what I'm saying? Big up my brother Street Prophet. You know, so that was you know, that was powerful, man. And now we're here. It's crazy. This was like, you know, I can't say this year went by fast at all. This was a hell of a year. But, you know, best year of my life. Again, like I said, hands down. Anybody got anything they want to say in closing to wrap up the podcast before we, of course, transition over to class? Akian? Hasad?
Hey, man, you know, 2020.
Oh, did y'all talk about Hasad and Memphis?
No, listen, we ain't talking about Memphis. Go ahead.
We can't talk about that?
We ain't talking about Memphis. Go ahead.
No, but 2020 definitely the most eventful year of my life. You know, some lows and then some highs. You know, Lord willing. 2020, we out of this. Or 2021. Hopefully 2021 is the last year. It could be that, brother. Could be the year.
Watch when you say that, because then somebody gonna.
Could be. Not in saying it is.
Nah, you know.
Yeah. Okay, hold on. 2020 was the year of what?
Prophecy.
No. No, it wasn't the year of prophecy. What was 2019 was like the year of prophecy, wasn't it?
I think 2020 was the year of death and destruction.
How much death was it? A lot of death. A lot of death. So we're gonna wait. Oh, Priest Kahan, y'all about to Shabbat. Okay, Priest Kahan's on his way to Ghana. All praise to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Big up. Priest Kahan going to join Elder Mathatwa out there in the gate of Ghana, the Ghanaian gate, you know, which is prevalent with various tribes that come from the nation of Israel. MF Doom just died on the way out of 2020. So, no. I said 2020 was prophecy.
Okay, 2020 was
No. They called 2020 the year of the chip. That's what they called it.
You're right. 2019 was the year of death and destruction.
That's what Tahar said. He said 2020 was the year of the chip.
He might have made them both.
I don't know. I didn't co-sign the year of the chip though. I didn't co-sign that. So.
Well, you could. I didn't. Year of the shot.
But I say I didn't acknowledge. No, the shot gonna be 2021 because even the general public still ain't really got the shot. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I don't. I didn't call 2020 at all. I ain't gonna call it this year either. We just gonna see what happens. It's been very unpredictable. The new year is in March, middle of March. It's gonna be the actual new year. The earth has its own year. All right. You know, and the earth tells you when a new year is because new life begins to spring forth in the earth. Let's say 2020 was the year. Listen, I don't know. That's not. We don't even call that. That's good old Elder Apostle Hart calls that. And sometimes he gets it off. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. All I know is, man, a lot happened. What you got to say in closing?
Yeah, man. Just want to say, yeah, it's been a lot. Exciting to see. All praise that this kingdom is falling. And I will say, for the people who are on the fence, whether people come to the truth and whether people are believing in this wicked ass government. I mean, if you don't know by now, I mean, goddamn, like you can't.
Wake up, man! Wake up, man!
It's out there already, right? You can't. I mean, you got more and more people understanding what this place can do to you, man, and how they don't love you, and they never will, they never have. So, just wake up.
That's right. Wow, 2020, most recorded homicides throughout the earth.
Wow.
I believe it. Homicides are through the roof in so many cities. Tijuana, 2,000 this is 2 consecutive years of 2,000 homicides.
In Tijuana?
In Tijuana. Mind you, Tijuana only got a population of 2 million. That's 1 in every 1,000 people is in a body bag.
Damn.
A lot of murders going on.
Are the wars still going out there? Is wars still going out there?
Yeah, cartel
cartel
violence. Cartel violence out there. A lot of that going on. Can tell. I mean, it's just a day you can celebrate it or not. I mean, there's not. It's a new moon, so you do celebrate it because you celebrate a new moon. It's the first new moon of the year, so it's a new moon. You acknowledge it as the first new moon of the year, but you celebrate it like you would celebrate any new moon, right? Nagat, anything you want to say in closing about 2020?
No.
You good? All praises, man. Well, with that, we're going to close out the podcast. We're going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh. Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Shalom.
Shalom.